There we go. We're not muted anymore. We're back. Hello and welcome again. We're here. Oh no, I just lost it. Yeah. Skidoo. I know. Long time no talk. Oh, here we go. I had to remember how to do all this. All right, yeah. Chat. The chap is out. C-Dub. What up? I was just thinking about you today. I think about you every day. I only give you one reason. Let's see. There's the Zoom meeting. Here we go. I got it all going now. Yeah. There we go. Get my windows adjusted properly. What's up, everybody? It's been a minute. It's been a long minute. It's been a long minute. We've all been so busy. Everybody. What up, Eddie? Ray, BFT, CP. Everybody's been hectic, but it's been good hectic. It's not bad hectic. Um, living life living, working, meeting a lot of you guys. Everybody's been coming in, um, getting their trucks modded, getting their trucks fixed, diag, you name it. Um, I just got a couple of new trucks, which should be the first mod to do to your new truck, 25 350. I mean, I just did a couple of pairs of 24s and 125. Both all got DCRs and pushers and fleeces, and we just did, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I did a fuel tank on a 23. The same thing as 25, but I can't believe I have not usually underneath the new trucks a whole hell of a lot except for doing maintenance and stuff. But there is so much stuff going on underneath that truck. The DPF is huge. The downpipe is huge, and the lines going across the transmission, across the member. A lot of the stuff was not there with 23 and before trucks. So I should say 22 and before trucks. So it's a little awkward to see all this stuff and all these lines, and that they've added a lot of stuff onto these. And I hope you guys are staying up and up with the new stuff because it's going to be pretty hard to get this stuff figured out if you're not going to the dealer, unless you got the appropriate scan tools and stuff on the outside. So, Daryl, yeah, well, I hope that production goes. I hope that production goes well for you. Yeah, what do you think of the new Banks boost tubes for the Super Duty? My Banks boost tubes should be on their way soon as that order gets filled. They should be sending them to the shop and checking them out. I've never done any other boost tubes Banks other than on the L5P, and I hate saying that, but I did, and I just never had a chance to do them on the old 6.7. What up, Aaron? Thoughts on oil bypass, extra filtering. Last Friday, I just did my first single what is it? Just the bypass filter. Tomorrow, I was just talking with a client who's got a 24 who's coming to see me in a couple weeks, who's getting DCR, double fleecy, and a 60-gallon fuel tank, and he wants to do the PPE pans and the AMSOIL bypass kit. And tomorrow, I'm actually going to be doing the first dual kit. I've never installed the dual one. Um, he bought some Don Smith's bracket, so hopefully this dual mounting bracketry is going to be a little better than drilling holes. And they got AMSOIL gives you a sticker jig that you put wherever you're going to mount this thing so you can drill the holes accordingly. But apparently this bracket from Don Smith, I'm actually going to be watching his video here after we get done because I've never installed it before, and I want, yes, a dual kit for tomorrow, and it's apparently going to be pretty sick. So I know there's a couple other ones. I think there's a France. Am I saying that correct? Frantz, and then there's an insane kit. I have not done that. I've heard a lot of guys talking about it, asking me. I haven't had any um, experience using them, and not even with the Amsoil one. This is my first duel. But after, I wish. See, this is the thing with film and stuff, and doing stuff the first time. It makes the filming process and the repair process so much longer, and the customers standing there watching you and doing all this stuff. And I just didn't have a time to film the last one I just did. But tomorrow I am going to be filming. Yeah, the toilet paper filter. Yep, yep. I am going to be filming the dual kit tomorrow, using that man's bracket, like I said, and see see how it is. I don't have one on my truck. I'm not a fan of running the um, oil line to the oil fill cap. I just wasn't a fan of that. And um, after doing that one yesterday or last week, I I I don't I don't have anything negative to say. He wound up having me putting on some noise in the background. Um, the the uh he had me put on an aftermarket pan, and this pan was not a company that I use at all, regularly at all. And I didn't have anything negative to say about it. It looked good. The bypass went on well. The plumbing for the lines and the fittings went on well. Um, I'll see how this one is. I don't know. I don't know. I've got the Emzo, just wondering if it's truly doing the fine filtering. Now, what I can say is the customer from last week was a 2-dayer. I put the bypass on, and he had to come back the next day to get his def repair finished. And I forgot whatever else I did. Um, and we checked the oil level, and it wasn't black, but it wasn't gold. Is that Katsu? What's up, brah? I was wondering if you were gonna come, brah. It wasn't black, it wasn't gold, it was in between. We all know as soon as we start these boys up, it's black right away. Unless hold on, what did he say? Unless you have one of those productions going, and that would be the only way I would substantiate it not being dirty. So we'll see. I think it is, but this guy also had me take an oil sample for lake speed. And if you guys have watched BFT's Bearded Vortex live stream video he did with Lake Speed Jr., they went over a bunch of stuff, particularly with this oil and how it breaks down. And if extra filtration is what is going to need, then is this for real? What up, RH? It is for real. We'll see. I'm excited to check it out. Is it bad to change the thermostat to a low temperature? Good question. Alex, let's talk about that. And I just talked somebody down off a ledge earlier this week, um, specifically regarding this because he wanted me to put this in. Now, it has been uh, for the last 50 years, you don't want your vehicle to overheat, right? So let's do whatever we got to do to make it run cooler. Gasoline, I don't think you're going to have, I mean, it would have an adverse effect, but I don't think you're going to have it that far away. That's going to cause you a problem. However, the diesel, I'm a little worried about the heat because we need that heat to create what's necessary for the regen to happen. If we start running that vehicle or that engine with this, I don't know what the stat is. What's it, 20-degree temperature difference, 15? I don't know. And I can't substantiate putting that in the truck when I know if you have productions on it, go for it. But if you're not productive, you're not running productions, then I don't think that would be a good idea. We need that heat. We need that heat for heat of combustion. We need to combust the diesel fuel using heat. We want heat, but we don't want too much heat. I think the 6.7 does a good job of getting away, giving away, getting rid of the heat with that fan. Because when that fan comes on, you guys know it sounds like a freaking uh uh there is a link. Are you kidding me? What? Who? What? Did I just screw up an email? Oh, please tell me I didn't. Oh man, I think I did. Freaking ding lang. I'm like, huh, I wonder where everybody's at. Hold on. There he is. There's everybody. Boom. Boom. Man, I felt like I was forgetting something. There we go. There's no link. Goodness. Sounds like some baloney I would do. My goodness. Thank you, Cody. What's everybody else say? Can I install power folding mirrors on my 21 STX, or do I need to wire change harness? Ooh, Mr. Eddie, I don't know if I've ever came across that. I don't know. I'll have to look on the you know who I'll ask? I'll ask Limitless. He'll know. He'll know that. Soot is zero point 0.5 to 2 micron average. You won't get it all out. Darker amber is very clean. That's the description I would give it, I guess. What up, Garage Monkey? There's CPG. A-Rod, I would suggest guys change diff fluid. Just had mine done 11.6 Sterling at 30K, and they found out that's what I've been hearing. Just nasty stuff in these new axles. The video I did installing that PPE rear diff cover, that guy had, I think, about 400 miles on it, and it wasn't showing signs of metal, but it was dirty for 400 miles. Are the Banks boost tubes HO any good for the 2467? We're gonna find that out. All the Banks has been A1. Haven't done any boost tubes yet. You guys are familiar with, we've been doing a lot of the pusher stuff, but we'll see what these Banks ones. The only killer for me with that, though, and I've already mentioned it to him, is the red. If that's the only color you're going to give these guys, some people don't want the red. They don't want the flash. Give the guys the black color. But if the guys don't want the black and the red, have it be raw, and then I could paint it, powder coat it any damn color I want, which I think that should be the alternative. They're going to sell a hell of a lot more of those. And thanks for listening. We need dip covers for the dualies. Hopefully that'll be soon too. So, yep. Cooler thermostats. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. How's everybody else been doing? I know we haven't been on here in a while. So everybody's truck's been good. Everybody life been all right. Oh no, 20 EE. Tired of it. So many. It's 20 EE. Come on, Skidoo. Really? Man. You're gonna have a hell of a warranty list thingy. All that stuff. Seekster, what up? You're way at the top. Mm.
What's up?
CPG. Truck back in the shop. Oh man. I don't know, Aaron Parker. I've never used the BG products. Only at the dealership when, I mean, that was like 20 years ago. But yeah, I'm only using the AMSOIL stuff for diff fluids and oils and yada yada. All good here. ESP. CPG. We got an ESP. I mean ESP. I mean, I guess it's insurance, so to speak. I mean, if you're going to be putting a turbo on these trucks, turbo is $2,500, and then you're going to be dealing with labor. I mean, tax, fluids, your easy 4Gs right there, and ESP. What are you paying for ESP? 4 or 5,000. So your repair definitely can exceed whatever your ESP price is going to be. Truck's been good going if the job done. Okay, okay. Who's doing your? Where are you at? What state? Are you having a dealer do it? Mom and pop shop? 45K diff oil change on my 1267. Okay, okay. That's cool. That's cool. Although that is the fluid, I think the diff fluid gets overlooked because like it is spinning every time you're driving. It's getting used and heated up and used and heated up, and um changing the diff cover, putting the banks on and using the AMSOIL, even in a raised truck, there's got to be, I think it was like high 20s, low 30-degree temperature difference. That fluid is working hard. It's shearing, it's getting friction, it's holding contaminants, and we just forget about, oh, it's service for life. Yeah, I don't think so. When running productions, how much added power is safe for the 10R140? I could tell you what I don't really care for is the guys that have these um what
I
do you want to
mean,
call them? Knobs?
um, in the naming scheme, it tells you exactly how many powers is the 10R40 rated for. It's
The
100 and
what?
it's 1400 Newton meters. That's
Oh,
what it's rated for.
the coder on the trans, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's your answer. Raven's laughing.
I don't know, Corey. That's kind of up for debate. I don't know. It depends on I don't know, it depends if you're having somebody change your trans file, maybe. I don't know. I just don't deal with that stuff enough to know enough of really what's safe and what's not. I mean, when I think about all that stuff, you're buying this file or whatever you call it. Who, who made it? Is it made and tailored to your vehicle? Is it a cookie cutter and they just push it out to a whole bunch? I don't know. Like I would want to ask, but it's like something you just don't go knock on the door and ask, whoever made it, like, hey, can I ask you a question? What like that? You don't do that. I don't know. I'd be curious too, because there's got to be a. I'm on ESP, only have 30,000 miles.
I can tell you on my Land Rover, mine is one off.
One off.
Yeah, mine is a one off tune.
Oh wow.
There's only one other like it, and that's from the Discovery, but that's even different.
I'm on ESP, only 30,000 miles. I have 36,000 miles and have ESP and basically can't use it. So at least you're using it. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, Reg, you helped me out with my PSD a few months ago. Fan was blowing like crazy at low temp. Swapped out the fan clutch. We're good to go. Yeah. Yeah, there's some crappy clutches, man. Anybody know how long the 6R140 is on back order? Oh no, I haven't heard. 1050 footy pounds. G'day, gents. What up? What up, bloke? Yeah. How many of you guys jumped on the bandwagon and got the HO? Do you really notice a difference? Is it Was it worth the extra almost, what is it, Cody, like 4 Gs to get the HO?
Something like that.
Yeah. Is it really worth it?
My
What
opinion,
up,
yeah.
King Ranch? I was telling young man about you. I told him to go back and respond to fellow brotherhood over here. Yes, you
I would
need fuel
say
additive. You still got to lubricate them injectors, homie.
I would say yes for truck value in the future.
Hmm. Word, word. Is there a better seal for the hot side pusher pipe going to the turbo? What do you mean, Eddie? There's just a internal O-ring on the um, coupler, either in the pipe or in the adapter that goes over. The only thing that I don't like about the HO, and I mean, if it's a dual generator, no problem. The coolant line's on top of the engine, whatever, big deal. Um, I cannot stand the front accessory drive on these trucks with that 2.3 kilowatt generator. The dual belt and the blah that you got to do to take everything off the front. It's just like, was that really necessary? You might as well add a double AC and triple alternator while you're at it just to shove more shit down in there. Like, I want a trimmer, but not the payment. Yeah, feel you.
I did uh I did a 3.0 oil cooler in 3 hours
Dude. With the sneakeroo?
with the sneaker.
With a sneakeroo. Just got the fleece upper and lower. Still need to install it though. Also planning to add the map, the banks, ram air, banks, boost tubes, and the map sensor relocation. What I will tell you with the fleece stuff and the fast, and I just ran into this because I've never had this configuration come in. The dude just brought me today. It was a single cab long bed, 23. And last week, dude brought me a 17 super cab short bed. And their fuel tanks, so like the short bed, the crew cab short beds, um, the fuel filter is on the front of the tank, facing forward. If you have a long bed, it is on the driver's side of the fuel tank, like right in the middle. And there's enough room with the long bed frame that you can get your hands up and disconnect the lines off the housing, blah, blah, blah. Super cab, single cabs, you have to drop the tank. I'm telling you, I have bitch hands. I could not shove my bitch hands up over the frame and disconnect the lines. And one of the ports off the housing broke because I was trying to take the housing up out of its V and move it away from the tank. No way. It wasn't until I got the tank down where you could see, like, if this is the tank coming off, okay, those fuel lines did a complete 90 and came right out. There was no way for me to even move the lines back far enough. It wouldn't have happened. So if you guys are doing the fleece or the fast, you have a super cab or a single cab truck, be prepared to drop the tank. I'm not bullshitting you. We had to do it on the fly, and if you're taking it down, hope you have inductive heat probe to take the Loctite loose on the fuel tank bolts, because if you spin those cage nuts, man, you're gonna be not a happy camper. Just for warning. Looks like sound like it's leaking air. Really? Hmm. I'd call pusher and get another O-ring, but that's weird that it would be doing that. Hmm.
Just did a Titan on the F-150 I was working on today too.
Hmm. Hmm. Look, there's two of them.
Whiffy, whiffy.
Cliffy Whiffy. Thanks, gents. No HO for me. Keeping my 20. I would too. Scared to death taking her into production. Yeah, I mean, who are you gonna call when Ford can't find a transmission access cap? Or that's funny. I'm glad that worked out for you. I'm like, I know exactly what this guy's talking about. I went right to the catalog and found, like, how did the dealership, I I don't understand. Understanding and knowing's half the battle. But crying out loud. Are air intakes a waste of money? No. But don't buy a crappy one. Get a good one. Yeah, I will second that, Vias. Yep. But I don't know. Those O-rings usually aren't just going to go to the hardware store and get them. Speaking of the 2K generator, I never used it except for on an EcoBoost. We just did a video talking about not having accessibility for a power outlet, and we have a power boost. Was able to use the battery charger to charge a vehicle on the outside. Never used it before, so I don't know if it would be a selling feature for me. I don't know. It would be. I don't know. I don't know if I would get a HO. I don't know if I need that kilowatt generator. I just want it plain Jane. I'll make it a HO. I don't, I'm not paying 4Gs more to make an HO. For what? What is it, Vias? What is it? 50 more horsepower? What are they giving you? 50 more horsepower? 30 more horsepower? Come on. Come on. Annoying right hand pull. No matter what tires I have on my truck, if alignment doesn't fix it, what else could it be? Annoying right hand pull? Well, could be brakes, could be a seized 4x4 axle front U joint, the one that's in the axle, not drive shaft U joint, but the one in the axle shaft. 500. Oh, yeah, dude, come on. No, no way. No way. Ocker issues? Like what, you forgot your combination at school? I'm like, who is coming? Who's coming into this?
Are we
Oh,
are we live like
it
on the
is.
internet?
We are with the people, and the
Yes, we are
part.
live, like live on the
Oh my
internet.
god,
Oh,
dude. I'm
oh,
just like
Cooper.
I'm barely sitting in my underwear right now in my desk.
We are
That's so
liver than
funny.
live.
Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome. How's my hair? Am I gonna pull this off?
that's
That's an
awesome.
error, Judge. Yeah, I'm hanging out watching like young Sheldon.
Kyle, shop phone.
I need to change my screen name. Lord Raymond's not gonna fly on
That
the
is freaking awesome.
internet. It asked me when I logged in. I never logged into Zoom before on my phone, so it asked me for the name. And I made it Lord Raymond. I was like, yeah, let's see how that goes. And
I love it. I love it. Those
we got,
HOs are for Tim the Toolman Taylor.
oh, I'll fix it. There we go.
Ah,
Fix my hair. There we go.
he's alive. They're here. They're here.
I'm sorry, I forgot to call him today.
Lauren said she's sorry for not calling you back today.
I'm sorry for not calling her back today because she was on my list to call and I ran out of time.
It's mutual. He forgot to. He was doing other important stuff, and you were doing important stuff. But it's cool.
Welcome, Lord
Good.
Raymond.
The office for the next 2 days, so I can't do the work. I can't do any work orders.
Word.
Oh,
So I would do that.
are we having a
The
business meeting on a live stream right now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a live stream.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
realized it was on a live stream.
I was supposed to be in the office to make work orders for today, and I completely.
He needs those. You can't bail on his work orders.
Call me if I forgot to call him, and he didn't call me.
Oh man. Oh, this is bad. I feel like
I'll make ROs on Monday.
This
All
is
right.
bad. This is bad.
This is bad. Lauren will do it on Monday.
You're
She'll do
such
it
a
later.
bad man.
Wait, who's
You're
repair
so bad.
orders?
For the peoples of the week I'm down there.
Oh, okay.
allocated materials and
I see.
accoutrement.
I see. Good.
Boom, 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 boom. Kyle. Yep, I forgot.
That's
Yeah,
straight live stream, dude.
It's not
Yeah.
live stream.
Yes, it is a live
it
stream.
is.
It is.
Dude, why
Word.
am I looking like this?
You're
I don't
pretty.
know.
Come back. She's fine. Nothing
No
else.
generator, homie.
I got
Yeah,
my
2016
my ambient
F350
lights shirt.
4x4 crew
Boom, boom.
cab long wheelbase. She was put on a full production. I stay on top of the maintenance, run arch oil on the farm. No issue so far. Well, it sounds like Blasted Cat, you're doing something right. Letting it eat. But the last 2016 F350 I just did, I had to put a turbo on because the guy didn't let it eat. Anybody who's in this chat, if you're driving a diesel, let it eat. You got to let it eat. My def lover never reads right. Well, what truck do you have? We need to know that. Don't drive like a granny, Clifford. Yeah, you don't drive like a granny, you turkey. This guy. Pusher, what it do? Italian tune-up. Yeah, that's what they were saying in the comments. I haven't heard that in a long time. I had forgotten that little slang. Yes, get the left hang hammer gang. Put it down. Drop that pedal to the metal, good buddy. Get that them blow them carbons out. But a lot of comments were talking about the exhaust brake. And one gentleman said, A-Rod, would it work? I'm just paraphrasing. When the exhaust brake makes the vanes go backwards. I don't want you to think, I don't want you guys to think that that is what happens. The sensation of slowing down coupled with the transmission, because it's using that when the exhaust brake is functioning, it's actually going to close the vanes and build no boost and like choke the engine off. And then immediately, as soon as you go to step into it, those vanes would open back up and catch the exhaust flow and then build you boost. So it would be good to exercise it, yes. But the concern with the truck that we had in the shop, it was really rusted up. And the exhaust brake really wouldn't have made or changed that for the better. It just the turbo, the exhaust housing is all cast iron. And he had told me that, oh, I let it warm up for like 10 minutes or wait till it gets up to operating temperature and I shut it off. Like, yeah, I wouldn't, if you're not going to drive it, I wouldn't even have started it up because you need to go get all that condensation and malarkey that's been built up and burn all that stuff off. Well, you saw right in the video, and he drove it from New York and had boost. Did you see I had to pry that plate off? Like it was that stuck, but it was still moving. That little oil actuator, it was screaming, oh, please, people, stop. And however it was moving, but you saw us had to pry it off and yeah, drive it like you stole it. Hell yeah. Balls deep in vagina. Yeah. Yeah. The veins are supposed to
For
cycle
real?
open close occasionally. Using the exhaust brake regularly helps to some degree. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, with cruise control, eh? No kidding. I did not know that. No, forescan, they don't have that function. What I really wish is they had forescan for GM. If forescan
Ooh.
had a GM, that would be so nasty. We need to get with Zoodad and tell them that they need to make a GM version of forescan.
I already talked to Zoodad. He needs to jump in on
Ooh.
the Gap ID tool for Land Rovers.
Oh, okay. So Alex Nutland, 2019 6.7 def level sensor. So really you'd have to go through the pinpoint test because there's a fork in the road that's either going to lead you to that octopus looking thing that you saw me take out of the tank, or the actual level sensor that is an ultrasonic sensor that's blow molded into the bottom of the tank and it's part of the tank. So it's either you're going to be replacing that or you're going to be replacing the tank. But if you take the tank down, are you putting an old one back in? But this one's like $1,300. So it's like you're kind of like, what do you do? You got to figure that out. Pimpo test R, no, RH is for the heater. You'd have to look that up. What up, Mr. Texas? No, just a waste of time. It depends. I wouldn't be running. I don't care for the 1540 up here, but if you're in some warmer climate, 1540 isn't an issue. But the 6.7, you don't have to switch like we did on the trucks with the high pressure oil. Or high pressure fuel, you can pick whatever you want, just as long as you pay attention to your location. My forescan was removed at birth. Well, that's a computer problem that they probably make medicine for. There used to be a place called Egghead Software that could get you fixed up in a jiffy. I want to turn off the look in the back seat alert. Yes, it's in your infotainment. Go to vehicle and just shut it off. Rear occupant control. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Turn it off. G-scan. That would be funny. Will it hurt the motor to run the exhaust brake all the time? No. It's just you're going to want to use it when you're going to benefit from it. If you're going to run around town with it on, I mean, you will get, like, if you had the exhaust brake on and you pulled into a parking lot, you stop and go in the parking lot, you will get weird shifting sensations or clunking because you have only been driving around with the exhaust brake on highway speeds and been learning and shifting at higher vehicle speed. Well, now you got your trans and everything that has not had the exhaust brake on when it's been in a parking lot, which probably shouldn't have on. So you might have different sensations and like, oh, well, it was jerking when I had to, well, turn the exhaust brake off.
You're also, let me chime in real quick. That's a super good question. You are at risk of a low traction rear wheel event in wet weather conditions if there's no load in your truck.
Good.
Because your braking bias between your front and your rears are designed for the certain weight on each axle. And in a low track environment, if you're using your exhaust brake, you're going to have more aggressive rear wheel braking, and that could potentially cause wheel slip in the rain.
Good point.
Yep.
I think that actually happened to DS in the snow.
Ooh.
Don't use it in the snow.
Yeah, same. And yeah, if you don't have traction back there, you don't want to touch it.
The one thing I do like with the exhaust brake on is it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You hit every gear instead of 1. And it's like 3. Hold on, I'll get 5, 6. Hold on. Here's 8, 9, 10. What up, Gabriel? Thanks, homie. New to me, 1467. Cool. Super cab. Okay. 4-wheel drive dually. All stock. It towed 80K of those miles, all highway. How can I minimize my soot carbon, keep emission healthy? Well, if it's towed for 80K, I'm going to left to assume that you probably do not have a lot of soot and carbon because you are always under load. We just spoke about it in the very beginning on how these trucks want heat. It needs heat. They like heat. That's how we burn all that stuff off. And if we don't keep it hot, then that's when we start having stuff build up. But there's a good fuel additive called arch oil. It will help negate the issues that having that stuff built up will cause. But understand, thanks, Ball. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Um, um,
I see what he did there.
yeah, I see what he did there
Yeah, I
too.
see what you did there, bro. Yeah.
Gabriel, just
Uh-huh.
drive it like you stole it, baby. You'll be good. Use some good oil, and you'll be all right. Eddie Campos. Speaking of exhaust rate, mine feels weak since I installed the pusher, cold, and hot pipes. Does that have anything to do with it? It shouldn't. No. I mean, you just changed out the pipes. It's not really gonna affect how the exhaust brake sensation would be. I want a 10 speed in my steel body. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if anybody's done that. Look at my 24 350 HO. It doesn't skip gear upshift. Really? Even with the exhaust brake on? Later, New York sucks. Interesting. Engine.
I want a 10 speed in my 7.3.
Engine has slight hiss since new. If lugging engine while accelerating doesn't sound like turbo and boost goes past 35 psi. Damn. I don't think it's down on power. Hell no. What should I check? 24 HO. Engine has a slight hiss. Like, is it hissing all the time? Is it hissing louder when it's cold?
That quick connect cap that always blows off.
The
On
what?
the cold side quick connect cap that always blows off.
Yep. Yep. 35 psi, man. That's a lot of boost, though, to have a hiss. You'd be thinking, you'd be like, when you go to take off. I have yet to try the exhaust brake on my truck. I'm used to engine braking when I go to track days, but that's totally different. Yeah. Do it. It's it works really well, especially the situation I find myself using it the most in is when you're coming off the freeway exit ramp and you're at 80 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. You hit that ramp, not hitting my brakes. I'm clicking on that exhaust brake, and I'm just going to let the trans and the turbo and just slow the truck down until you get to the surface street speeds, which at 45, 40 miles an hour, you're not going to really get any benefit of using the exhaust brake anyway. It's going to come on for a half a second and okay, you're already slowed down to 20 and making your turn. So that's when I don't tow, I don't go on long trips, I don't use it. I'm going through the mountains, but I will find myself using it, especially when you got those long freeway exits where you have a long time to slow down. Don't even hit the brakes. Find out if you like using automatic or if you like using manual. There's two functions there. Hell yeah, pour on the boost. Pour on the boost. All the way up. 2020, 350 STS. 3 of the 4 wheels have cracked. The cracks are in the air chamber about the middle of the wheel. Damn, I haven't heard of that. No way. That's kind of weird unless... Have you said anything to Ford about that? It was actually on fire. You go take care of that, buddy. Cali Woodworks coming out of the woodworks for a question of his short bed. 61,000 miles. Replace the PM sensor after code 24AF. Okay, so that's like the temp code. Driven 400 miles, won't clear code. Now 20EE code shows up and have failed smog. Any way to fix? And I'm running arch oil additive. Well, 20EE is like a P207F, but for Illuma duty. 20EE, the PM sensor isn't going to affect the setting of 20EE. 20EE, def injector, NOx sensors. I would look up 20EE or 207F on my channel and see if you can get a scan tool and monitor the same things that I was monitoring, because there's a PID that we need to look at called the NOx catalytic conversion efficiency, the NCCE PID, and we need to see what range that's at. And there's a lot of diag going through it, and I would recommend you check it out because you may want to do that before you take it someplace because you might figure it out yourself.
Remember, that is also in mode 6.
Just saying.
Not live data.
Oh yeah, you get a scan tool that will access mode 6. So not just one that's going to pull codes, and I don't know if you looked at data, I don't know if that scan tool would have a mode 6 option. It might have to be a more sophisticated. If you have Forescan will look it up. So
If you own a Ford, you need to own Forescan. It's
mhm.
that easy.
Yep. 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 Okay, so explain how auto and on works with engine brake. So if you click the button once, it goes into auto. And when you're driving, soon as you let up off the accelerator, the exhaust brake sensation, the trans downshifting happens as soon as you let off the accelerator. When you have it in manual, and you let off the accelerator, the exhaust brake's not going to function until you hit the brake, until you tap the brake, until you apply the brakes. Then you're going to get that same sensation that you had when it was auto. So I would rather not have it hit the brakes. I would just have it on auto. But no, if you're rolling around 45, 50 miles an hour and you're in the right lane and people are turning, you're going to be in and out of that exhaust brake, and you may not like those sensations because that is going to be more used. I said when you're going higher speeds, the stop and go traffic is not conducive to exhaust brake. 55 and up, I would say you're good to go.
I don't know, man. If you're hot rodding your truck through traffic like it's a Honda Civic because you got somewhere to be, you can use that exhaust brake, but
True.
you're not really supposed to drive it that way. But you could.
True that. I mean, but
you could. It does help out a little bit.
See a Blasty Cat. Oh yeah, Forescan works on older trucks. It's all Fords, and it's free. You just got to buy the little $55, $60 dongle on Amazon. And we've been able to remote in through Zoom and use Forescan and actually help you guys fix your truck on the outside. So you don't have to waste your time going someplace that's going to give you the runaround. Yes, exhaust brake, high RPMs. Or second click is odd. Did I have it backwards? I'm sorry. Maybe it was. I digress. Do you recommend to weld the crank gear? Stock trucks. I know. I personally don't do that. I wouldn't have the ability to do that. Tearing down, yeah, but I don't have a welder, TIG welder, or any way to make sure that it is done 100%. I am not Bob Vila.
What's up with welding the crank gears?
Because when they get juiced up, they're spinning slip fit. And then you get the P0016.
Oh.
And then you're like, well, WTF?
Because you're out of time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I do cars. Welcome.
Well, hello. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, what time is it?
9:54 p.m. Eastern Standard.
8:54 your time.
It is, in fact, yes.
You know, I had a professor in school once. He'd mark you present as long as you showed up before the bell rang. And on occasion, we took advantage of that.
Lag is happening.
Oh no. Yeah, you're frozen.
Is he's frozen?
What has happened?
He is. He's frozen. Now you're unfrozen.
Am I
You're good. I think you're good.
okay? All right. No, not again.
I can hear you.
Frozen.
I don't have very strong Wi-Fi out here.
Mm.
Uh,
You need some more
Yeah.
Wi-Fi router extenders out in
I'll
your
be right.
garage.
Let me go check my. I have one. My kids kick it because it's fun to kick. Let me go make sure it's plugged in.
Okay.
Boom,
I'll wait
boom,
here.
Boom, 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 boom. 22 faux by faux XL. It's been perfect since day one. To 185K today. Oh wow. New batteries is all that's replaced. I maintain it myself every 5 to 6K. I use manual engine brake off highway onto exit ramps. Perfect. KRTX. You're doing something right, buddy. That's hella miles too. 22. I mean, work truck, you're working it. So nice. KC stage 2 turbo DCR. Is it possible to put a 23HO turbo on a 22 6.7? Coolant lines and all. Thinking about the cooler on it and how that could help with additional boost and power. Hold on, I'm having an epiphany right now. Okay, so that turbo come off. Da 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 da. Coolant lines would go over. You change out that hose to the small degas bottle. That would go to the intercooler. Damn. I think that would work. Huh. Yeah, I guess that would work. I never pondered on that, but yeah, that would the cowl spacing would be the same. It's gonna sit the same in the engine.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
money. It's gonna be a lot of money in parts, though.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of money in parts. I don't think it would have to have any different calibration. I mean, unless you're running your own calibration, but I don't think, like, if you're just trying to pop it in, I'm like, I don't think you have to get the computer reprogrammed. What's up, A-Rod? 2015, 200,000 has a whiny noise. Replace the idler pulley in your vacuum pump and reduce the noise, but not 100%. What other pulleys? You know, I really don't have problems with the pulleys on the front of this truck, on the front of these trucks. Out of all the 6.7s I've worked on, I think I've replaced one tensioner because the spring was real bleh. But the pulleys, I haven't really replaced them all, ever. Maybe only because the guys have asked, hey, can you put on new pulleys when you're doing the DCA? Whatever you want me to do. I don't think you need them, but sure.
St. Mary drinking alcohol. God's not what just happened. He gets. Mind if I take a crack at the kids in the road? What are you gonna do? Talking. A little trick I learned trying to get gray dogs out of the hole.
Stitch weld, yeah, I'm definitely not doing that.
Eric,
Yes.
I got a fix for the passenger side cam pulley.
Is it buying a 5-liter F-150 instead?
No, it is a full billet
Oh wow.
pulley.
Oh.
It won't break. The cam will break first.
Well, the question is, what causes them to break in the first place?
From what I've been noticing on cars that have timing belts, is either the technicians over tighten them or over tighten the belt.
Oh,
Huh.
it's putting that much tension or stress on that it's cracking?
Well, it's sintered metal. What do you expect it to do?
Well, is there not a torque spec on that?
23 Newton meters.
Nudies.
Okay.
177 inch pounds. No, 204 inch pounds. Sorry.
Texas.
204. What are we working on?
I needed that imperial measurement to know what. you're
Seven,
talking
Well, I
17
gave you
footies.
I gave you Imperial.
The Mexican.
about.
That's a psyop. Inch pounds is just a psyop to confuse you. That's not a real measurement.
But big but Ford had a bad run of driver side gears in 22 for the Rangers. So there is actually a recall open for Everest and Ranger.
Out in the world like a man, like a Texan man.
What is that background noise?
Young Sheldon.
How often do you recommend changing the
Hang on, let me turn it down.
front and rear? Just talked to my client today about this. Rear, well, front, first off, it's only going to be used when you're in 4x4. It's only going to be heated up when you're in 4x4. Is the ambient temperature enough to degrade the fluid that you're going to have to change it? If the truck's got 30,000 miles on it and you've been in 4x4 3 times, probably not. I will tell you the times that I am changing the 4x4 fluid in the front axle, it is usually nice and gold. It's not discolored. It's not dirty. And it's like really,
That's on a Ford, right?
well, just the front diff because they're not really using it because they're 4x4.
Well, I mean, the you can't say the same thing for General Motors full size trucks.
Well, that thing's spinning though, right? Don't they spin the front diff spinning all the time?
They have electronic they're electronically engaged. But I drain the fluid out every single one that comes in. And it doesn't matter if it's got 100K on it, if it's got 300K on it. The fluid looks terrible unless it was just changed.
Every F-150 I've worked on, the fluid that comes out of the front diff looks like diesel motor oil.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean
They're nasty.
it depends on how the system is, but in my experience, they're still turning. They don't sit there idle. The fluid just, and it's also getting cooked by the engines right there. So I mean, there's definitely some temperature in it, and I mean, when I drain a front diff out of any truck, whether it's a Dodge product, GM, Ford, unless it was changed relatively recently, it looks terrible.
I haven't changed many front end diffs on GMs.
I sell the GMT 800s and 900 front differentials for the half ton as fast as I get them, depending on gear ratio. But I probably throw away 30% of them because of how the fluid looks when it comes out.
Damn. Wow.
I mean, we drain them with a magnet, and if I can pull the stream over with a magnet, she gone. That's gonna make noise.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't heal themselves, so
They don't?
they don't really do that. They're not like people. People can heal. Cars cannot.
What up, Michael Frank? 350 DRW versus 450. My trucks do pull trailers, push snow. The cost of these 450s are a bit insane. I know they are pretty crazy. Heck, even 350s are getting wild. I know. And especially if you're going to put these things right to work. I know you're buying trucks to work, but you're not going to buy an XL 450. You're going to buy a very well equipped 450, and you're going to be still high 90s. How about when the tensioner goes bad? Well, Ray, what do we know about the tensioner? Going bad, going right through the front cover. Oh, we'll just keep driving it. And tensioner just ground the back of it. It's fine. Yeah, I'd probably put a tensioner on at King Ranch. We don't want to put a front cover on your 6.2. Yeah, live axle dummy plug. So stupid.
Exactly. Guess whose job it would be to run this?
Silly. 2 grunts and a fart. That's what that torque spec is.
That might still be too tight.
Oh, DST. I like the 450 for snow.
No.
Oh yeah.
And of course, he's going to need 430 gears for that 450.
Got it.
Gotta
Right
have
here.
430 gears.
Just like old times.
430 gears.
430 gears, 450. Well, I just saw something. No, we already talked about it. I will say it feels good to be back. It feels good to be back in front of you guys for the hour that we've been on. We're gonna hang out on the after party. Hang out with the fellas. We haven't talked and seen each other in a minute. And we appreciate you guys hanging out. And let me know if you wanna see us come back through. Maybe not every week, maybe a couple times a month, maybe a few times a month, but I think it's something we probably should get back into and get back into the spirit of sitting here talking with everybody. I know a lot of you guys were excited for the live stream, wanted to hear from us, like to be in our company, and we like to be in your company too. We're so busy and we're running out of time, I swear. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you on Friday. Got another doozy for you. Pay attention because I am going to tell you right now, 80% of you guys probably have this problem. And you need to go check it. And you need to come back in the comments and tell me if it was blew out. All right. Transmission. We're done. See ya.